AFTV 2-1. The North London derby is won. We've done the double over Tottenham. And as I keep saying, more importantly, right, back in the title race, back on track.
Yeah, look, I mean, what a difference a few days makes, because Sunday, absolutely.
I said that the other day. I got cussed for saying that. A week's a long time in football.
It wasn't. Look, we spoke after the Newcastle game and spoke about the week that we had coming up, and I think we spoke about, sometimes the impact that we've had where we've had in previous seasons a poor week or a poor couple of weeks, and seen us go out of 2 or 3 tournaments in that period of time, and to kind of bounce back today the way that we have in the sort of game that we had. They came here, and for them today I suppose it was a free hit because they got all the excuses around the injuries and all of the stuff. So you lose to them, they give it to you. You don't beat them, they give it to you. We've beaten them, we give it to them. So
100%. I remember we went to Tottenham a few years ago, Rob Holding, all the man like that. Loads of it. Remember that? Loads of injuries. Did anybody say anything about injuries then?
No.
And plus we've got injuries. We've got injuries to key players. So I'm sorry.
Yeah. No, look.
You can have more, but
that is key, man.
What about Saka?
We got Saka.
Who's more key than Saka?
Yeah. Look, when we went to Man City, when we played those sides before, we played them, didn't have Odegaard, and we were missing players. Everyone said, I don't want to hear any excuses about injuries. That was one player.
Exactly.
Don't want to hear any excuses about injuries. That's what it is when it starts. I don't want to hear any excuses about injuries. So so for me, we've done the right thing today. Like I said, the difference a few days makes, because Sunday was embarrassing, and today you couldn't be any more proud of them. And I think,
although we missed a lot of chances again today, we could actually have scored more goals. We seem to have a problem today with getting the ball out of our feet when we got into the box.
Well, Trossard was the only one. Trossard was the one that didn't, and look what happens. I think Odegaard had a few, and it is difficult. Yeah, Tierney comes on, he lays it onto him again. He lays it onto him in that position where I think that's an Odegaard goal, arriving on the penalty spot, sweeping the ball into the corner, and and he doesn't do it today. Tierney comes on and almost gifts it to him. He doesn't do it, but and we're going to have to be clinical against Aston Villa. We've created big chances against Newcastle and against Man United and against Tottenham today. Villa's going to be a very, very, very different game. They're going to be a lot more rugged, a lot harder to break down. We're going to need moments of individual brilliance, because the sort of space that we saw in the game today isn't going to be there. So when you get those chances, you've got to take them, because you know that if you don't take them, Ollie Watkins, Duran going up the other end, they're going to take them, and then they sit in, they make it very, very, very difficult. Becomes a really tricky game, evening game. Liverpool have already played, so you kind of know what's happening. Mentally, we're in a very different position. So all we could do today was come here and win, and we've done that. And for me, again, it just gives us a bit of a catapult going forward. Liverpool dropped points yesterday, so the gap at the top is a lot tighter. They've got some big away games to play. People seem to forget that we've gone to big places away already, and they've got to do some of those trips, and they're not easy trips. And I always said that once it became a little bit clearer what would happen with Trent, what happened with Salah, I think their season derails a little bit, because we saw it with Klopp when he announced that he was leaving. They rallied round, won the Carabao, and then kind of just capitulated and fell off a little bit. And statistically, at one stage, they were favourites to go and win the league. And
I thought just came to me. So if let's just say they lost or drew on Saturday, and then Arsenal won, you're then within 1 point.
Potentially 1 point, 2 points. And with the game in hand, of course. And we also
they're still in the driving seat, but it's still pressure, isn't it?
And we still have to play them. So at Anfield, of course, but these are the big games, and you have to win these games, and you have to take points off these sides. We have to. I seem to remember when we were doing quite well under Arsene, that those sorts of games we were getting hammered. We were beating every other side, but we couldn't quite get over the line against Chelsea. Couldn't quite get over the line against Man United. Over the line against City. The Tottenham game was a free for all. They always had it in them. You're not really worried at the minute. And that to me, is credit to Arteta and the team. They have got some work to do, because...
Right, give me a signing, because I'm asking everybody tonight. Give me one signing that you'd like to see coming in January. Loads of players have been linked. I'm sure you've heard of me talking about a load of them. Give me one.
Well, this is where it's challenging because
One.
If I'm going to say one,
Realistic.
Tammy Abraham.
Tammy Abraham. I know that one. No one's come with that.
Abraham. Yeah, I'm saying I am because I think
Clinical enough.
Look.
Another Chelsea player.
No,
hey, that wouldn't be very popular, man.
Look. I know. I think we've got to be realistic about what it is. And I know people are talking about Adingra and João Pedro, and I understand that. For me, if we're going to go and buy a player in a wide area, it's got to be a game changer. Got to be a real game changer. So I'm almost looking at it now, going, what short term do we need till the end of the season to be able to get us over the line, to bring the bodies in that where they're not got to come in, they've not got to settle in the league too much. Vlahovic will come in and probably do quite well, but he's going to have a little bit of an adaptation period, and I'm not sure we really have the time for that. You can see that Havertz is out on his feet. There is no Jesus, so we literally have 4 players for 3 positions, and we will just have to keep rotating them until Wanyeri is back, because other than that we are short. So
Tammy Abraham.
Look, I want 3, and I think
That's scary.
Arteta's looked at him before. He looked at him before he went to Italy. We were linked with him before he went to Italy. Chelsea didn't necessarily want to do the work. Is it ideal? Probably not. Can he come in and sometimes players come in with a point to prove, and hopefully he might come in with a point to prove and get us over the line.
We have got a very, very special guest, our Arsenal invincible, our Arsenal legend. We got Sol Campbell in the building. Of course, we have to start with that move, right?
It's a bit foggy. I can't remember. Yeah, people are going to be pissed off. People are never going to forgive me. Some people moved on. We've got a new stadium, new training ground, new kind of everything's amazing going forward, and you're still harping about me. It's like, what's going on here? If I'm older and kids and things like that, it's different. I want to win. I wanted to win, and I won. This feels like love, man. Yeah, exactly. Some love, baby.
Trent Alexander-Arnold possibly could go to...
He's not going to go to Everton, is he?
He's not going to go to Everton. He's not going to go to Everton.
Did any Arsenal player look at you, sideways coming through the door, being from Tottenham?
I think maybe they were shocked, saying, "My God, you got fucking balls, haven't you?"
Yeah, that was massive.